So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Coleman now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Coleman. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A give. This is Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Get up!
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This is Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gano's kick is right through. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, they'll toss it to Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, his throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Now let's go!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw now on second and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Get up!
And they'll run it here. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, let's go!
To throw on second down. Ryan, his throw incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Falcons on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watching now, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 55 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will get them one closer. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Ready, back 25.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Hey, South. Look out.
Here's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back to back.
Ryan now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Tuesday. 5:25 tonight. Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
20.
They get it to him running left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
20.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
11. Get up. Let's go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is fielded at the 27. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They're going to look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Carolina getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Tuck McKinley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Atlanta, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.